Hey, I'm Jim Search, and welcome to Understanding Upstate, the podcast dedicated to exploring what makes upstate New York such a unique place. Each week, my co-host Rob Adler and I dive into a new upstate topic to better understand what's up upstate. This week, we are going to shred with Buffalo's own Goo Goo Dolls.
Woo!
Yeah.
Which we uncovered maybe 2 episodes ago in our Buffalo-centric episode that they hail from Buffalo.
Yeah.
And if I recall, I was surprised that they had 19 top 10 songs. I don't think it was number 1 hits. Maybe it was. It was a surprising number of successful songs. But you know what? They've had like a 40-year-long career. So you're bound to strike gold a few times, you know, in that amount of time.
You're gonna hit some commercial success, which, as we said off mic here, couldn't tell you a song. I mean, I'll be able to by the end of this. I'll be able to tell you about some songs, but
that's true.
I
think I said you've definitely heard it at the grocery store or something. But yeah, even like I think one of their most famous songs is Iris. I would not have ever been able to pull the title of that song.
Nope.
In a million years.
Can't
but
do it.
Undeniably, they're a successful band, so we'll talk about it. And Buffalo, a beloved Buffalo group. I found so many articles. We've got a few at the end here, but like, you know, they're doing fundraisers for Buffalo all the time. They're always playing in Buffalo. Like, they are of Buffalo and are proud of it for sure, and still have some strong roots there. So,
well, I'm not mad at that.
People turn out for their Buffalo shows too. It sounds like. So I'm excited to get into it. It'll be good. Jim.
Yes.
Do you know what people should get into?
What's that?
They should get into subscribing, rating, review this podcast. Which they can do in their podcatcher of choice. If they give us a 5-star rating and also write a positive review, they can toss in a future suggestion for a topic for us to talk about. Maybe your favorite. There's other groups from Buffalo. We were talking about it off mic for other future episodes. Maybe you have a favorite band that's Buffalo, native to Buffalo. Mm-hmm. We'll talk about it, but you got to suggest it. You can also do that at understandingupstate@gmail.com. Toss us an email out there. The only other order of business before we get into more things is just a quick reminder. We're doing every other month. We're doing every other week this month, so it'll be another 2 weeks before the next episode, which should be, I think, at this point in September. If I have my Fridays straight for the month of August. But then we'll be back at it with regular weekly episods in September. Jim, I think we might have an Upstate update, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a little while.
We do. We sure do.
Well, without further ado.
That's right. All right, so check this out. Here I am hosting a comedy show, Post Moves Comedy. If you live in Brooklyn or the surrounding New York City area, it is a great weekly Sunday show you should go check out. Pull all the way up to Bar Bayou at 8 o'clock every Sunday for some really dope comedy. And I was hosting that show earlier this summer, and there was a comedian on stage who is telling some jokes, and all of a sudden I hear him say, "And then I was in Binghamton, New York." And I said, "Go on."
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then he proceeds to start talking shit about Binghamton.
Oh, no.
Had some very choice words about Binghamton, New York. And there I am sitting in the wings saying, you know what? I get a chance to respond to all of this, sir. So after he has disparaged my beloved hometown, I go back on stage and I say, "Sir, I should let you know that I am born and raised in Binghamton, New York, and I will not tolerate any of this sort of disrespect in my town." And then he said, "Well, fuck Binghamton." And I said, Fuck you. Fuck you, dude. I got 4 dudes with no insurance ready to jump on a short line bus coming down here right now.
Sure.
Do you want to do this with me? And listen, for the record, Binghamton is a town that only I'm allowed to make fun of.
Sure.
You're not allowed to do it, dude. Get the fuck out of here. I've never felt more alive on stage. And that is why I will protect Binghamton at all costs when I am on stage. Fuck that shit. Yeah. And that is my Upstate update.
Can I ask a follow-up question?
Yes.
What was the nature of his critiques of the glorious town of Binghamton?
Oh, he was just talking shit about it. It was just a shit whole town that he wasn't too excited to be in. That was it. He was just talking shit.
I'm not here for it. I will not. I won't. Jim, there's no other magnificent city in this country that has speedies as
Correct.
Good or in general. I'm wearing a Binghamton shirt today.
You are.
My wife is wearing a Binghamton hat today. She stole my triplets baseball cap.
That is you are wearing a shirt of the home I grew up in.
It's true. I'm wearing a shirt with my name and your name on it.
Correct. Our names are on it. So to say that you support Binghamton is a fact. And this man did not. And
I wish I had been in there because it's the one time I would have heckled, Jim.
And I would have absolutely allowed it. You should absolutely don't disrespect Binghamton, New York. I won't sit here for it. I'll lose my goddamn mind.
You know. Well, I'm going to lose my goddamn mind when we talk about the Goo Goo Dolls.
Oh, some say you might even go Goo Goo for it.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, let's get to it. Let's talk about them, shall we?
Let's do it.
Goo Goo Dolls are an American rock band based in Buffalo, New York, composed of lead vocalist and guitarist John Resnick, bassist and vocalist Robbie Takak. What is it? Takak?
Tic-tac. I feel like, Jim, are you familiar with the Tim Burton film Attack from Mars?
No.
Well, the aliens in that movie speak like the way you pronounce this guy's name. It's a lot of I don't know. Well, I'm going on a weird side tangent.
He's going to be known as Robbie T for the
I like it.
For the duration of this podcast, because I'm not going to do that to myself. As well as several rotating members since its formation in 1985. They've been around a minute.
They've been around a long time.
After starting as a cover band and developing a punk sound, Goo Goo Dolls experienced mainstream success following the 1995 release of their breakthrough single, Name. Their 98 single, Iris, spent 11 consecutive months on the Billboard Hot 100 and peaked atop the Hot 100 airplay chart for 18 weeks. In October 2012, Iris placed first on Billboard's Top 100 Pop Songs 92 to 2012 chart. Other singles include Slide, Black Balloon, and Broadway from Dizzy Up the Girl, Here Is Gone, and Gutter Flower, and Better Days, Give It a Little Bit, and Stay With You from Let It Love in 2006. The band has had 7 top 40 singles on the Billboard Hot 100, which includes 3 top 10s. They have sold 15 million records worldwide and received 4 Grammy Award nominations. So
pretty
good. They put up some numbers.
Indeed.
So let's talk a little bit about their history, the origins of early music from 85 to 93. As we said, the band's original lineup included John Resnick and Robbie T and George Tututska. Takak and Tututska had been longtime friends in school and met Resnick while they were playing in the band the Beaumonts with Takak's cousin, Paulie T, and close friend Michael Harvey, who was the inspiration for the band. In 1999, Rolling Stone reported the trio picked their name from a True Detective ad for a toy called a Goo Goo Doll. in 2022. Resnick said he didn't remember how they picked the name. We had a gig, and so we had to come up with some kind of name to just play the show. Resnick said, it's kind of a stupid name.
Do you know what their name was before the Goo Goo Dolls?
I didn't even know any of their music, so there's no way I would lose.
Sex Maggot.
Wow. All right.
They we'll talk about it, but they started as like a thrash band. And we were talking off mic about it, and their early music very different from their adult contemporary stuff
to their Walmart and Target playlist that they put together.
Yeah.
The band started out playing covers, but went to develop a punk sound with Takak as their lead singer. The band released their first album, Goo Goo Dolls, in '87 on Mercenary Records, but it was picked up in 1988 by Celluloid Records, a larger record company. They played around Buffalo's underground music circuit and across the United States, opening for punk bands such as Gangrene, Snafu, Dag Nasty, Bad Religion, Motorhead, All, The Milkmen, Doughboys, Big Drill Car, The Gun Club, Uniform Choice, The Dickies, Soulside, Necros, and DRI, and playing with fellow Buffalo bands. The band released its second album, Jed, in 1989.
And all much harder sounding music than, or bands rather, than where they ended up later on in their career, like Motorhead. That is a wild double billing. But
strong choices. The band released its third album, Hold Me Up, in 1990 and featured Resnick as the lead vocalist on 5 tracks, including the single There You Are and 2 Days in February. After being embraced by local college radio and punk scenes, including venues such as the world-famous CBGB, the Goo Goo Dolls incorporated elements of heavy rock, heavy metal, pop rock, and punk rock into the album. In 91, the song I'm Awake Now was recorded for the soundtrack Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare.
All right.
I remember that movie. At least I remember that. Superstar Car Wash, released in 93, received a large budget from Metal Blade Records. The album was partially recorded at Metalworks Studio in Mississauga, Ontario. The single, We Are the Normal, co-written by Paul Westerberg of The Replacements, Westerberg providing the lyrics, received a major push towards play on college and independent radio, and its video was displayed on MTV's 120 Minutes program. Fallen Down made it onto the 1993 soundtrack of Pauly Shore's hit film, Son-in-Law.
There you go.
So, there's that. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about the mainstream success, A Boy Named Goo, legal issues, and Tututska's departure. Just before A Boy Named Goo's release, Tututska was fired from the band and replaced by Mike Malinin. Prior to Tututska's departure, there was a payment dispute between him and Resnick over Tututska's contribution to the writing of Superstar Car Wash single Fallen Down, which is a crazy thing to say out loud to fight about. During the completion of A Boy Named Goo, Tututska had told the band management that he would not tour behind the album unless royalties were to be split evenly among the 3 members, a practice Tututska said had been the band's standard practice ever since their self-titled debut in '87. Tututska has said that when he told Resnick he had not received royalties from Fallen Down, Resnick admitted that he had been receiving such royalties for 2 years.
Oh,
what?
Boy.
That's not good. And that is why you walk away. A Boy Named Goo became the first album in Metal Blade's history to achieve double platinum status. Oh, I want my money. The single Name was particularly successful on the record. The success, however, proved bittersweet as the band found themselves in a legal battle with Metal Blade. The band filed suit against Metal Blade, claiming they had not earned any royalties from the album's sales, which was attributed to a, quote, grossly unfair, one-sided, unenforceable contract. which had been signed by the band in 1987.
There's a common it's a common thing, and it's called recoupables, Jim. Mm-hmm. You don't make any money until the record label has recouped all expenses. It sucks.
Yep.
Things are of course bad now for musicians in general, but they also weren't great. Back with the old label system as well. Recoupables are really screwed people.
Not a good look. The two sides reached a settlement which had the band signed to Metal Blade's distributing label, Warner Brothers Records, under which the band released their sixth album, Dizzy Up the Girl, in 1998. The Goo Goo Dolls experienced mainstream success following the 1995 release of their breakthrough single, Name. The success of Name marked a fundamental change in the band's sound from alternative rock to a more mainstream, adult-oriented direction, and led to such guest appearances on Beverly Hills 90210 and Charmed. My God, if they were not part of the true 90s zeitgeist vibe. Beverly Hills 90210?
I mean, yeah, they're on the Son-in-Law soundtrack.
I mean, can't tell them nothing, man. Can't tell them nothing.
There you go. All right, well, let's talk about this kind of this transformation a little bit more. This is 1997 to 2005 period. Resnick was approached to write a song for the City of Angels soundtrack, and the end product was Iris. Session guitarist Tim Pierce played the mandolin intro and also the slide guitar solo. The song was played on top of Billboard Hot 100 airplay charts for 18 weeks and spent 4 weeks at number 1 on Billboard's Pop Songs chart. Iris held the record for the most weeks on the radio for almost 22 years. Holy shit!
Wow. They're dumb paid.
Yeah, I think they're okay.
They're just fine.
The first song to surpass this was by The Weeknd, that song being Blinding Lights, and it broke the record on August 22nd, 2020, which is like for, a song to break a record, a radio airplay record, or I guess the Billboard Hot 100 now includes streaming, so it's a little different. Those are different records, I feel like. Well,
yeah.
Stream it. I don't know. Jim, I'm about to go down a rabbit hole. I got to steer out of it.
Recalibrate the ship.
Indeed. All right, here we go. Iris was nominated for 3 Grammys. According to several interviews with Resnick, he was experiencing serious bouts of writer's block when he was approached and was on the verge of quitting the band days before he wrote the song. Wow. All right. Iris was included on the quintuple platinum Dizzy Up the Girl and was among top 10 hits Slide, Black Balloon, Broadway, and Dizzy from the same album. In 2001, the Goos released their first compilation CD, What I Learned About Ego, Opinion, Art, and Commerce. Next, Gutter Flower, 2002, achieved gold certification, producing the hits Here Is Gone, Sympathy, and Big Machine. July 2004, the band performed a free concert in Buffalo, all right, playing through a deluge of rain that appears on the DVD released later that year. The DVD also contained a studio version of the Goo Goo Dolls cover of Give a Little Bit by Supertramp. The single reached the top of the adult top 40 in 2005. July 2004 has been proclaimed Goo Goo Dolls Day in their native Buffalo, New York.
All right.
Wow. July 4th, that's Buffalo has removed the
Hey, listen, I'm not mad at you if you want to upend a less than desirable day. I'm not mad at you for that.
That's hilarious. That's in 2004 too. We're still like peak post 9/11 patriotism, and Buffalo's like, no, we're going Goo Goo.
Nah, you know what? There's real freedom fighters out here. If I got to be honest with you.
That's hilarious. All right, let's keep on going through the career a little bit here. This is the Let Love In era, 2005 to 2007. In 2006, the Goo Goo Dolls marked their 20th anniversary with their new album, Let Love In, which included the studio recordings of Give a Little Bit, as well as other top 10 radio singles, Better Days, Stay With You, and Let Love In. Goo Goo Dolls performed on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, June 8th, 2007, and The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, June 22nd, 2007. On June 27th, 2007, the Goo Goo Dolls performed at Red Rocks Amphitheater in Morrison, Colorado. Yeah.
Fancy.
The concert was released on a DVD on the limited edition version of their 2008 release, Volume 2. Though the album has not, as of 2007, been certified by the Recording Industry Association of America, various music sites have asserted that it has gone gold. All right.
There we go.
We got a Greatest Hits album that came out in November of 2007. It was entitled Greatest Hits Volume 1, The Singles, which includes a new version of the song Name, recorded and mixed by Paul David Hager, and a remix of Feel the Silence by Michael Brower. The band performed Better Days and Stay With You at the halftime of the Detroit Lions Thanksgiving Day game at Ford Field. They really they stayed in the zeitgeist for a long time here. This is all later than I would have expected for them. Let's see, 2008 to 2010, the Goo Goo Dolls announced recording sessions for a new album on their website, unrelated to their Volume 2 compilation in 2008. In addition, the band performed as part of the O2 Wireless Festival in London's Hyde Park in the summer of 2008. Something for the Rest of Us was released on August 31st, 2010. While the album was full of pop rock that has sustained the band for decades, lead singer / guitarist Resnick's songwriting took a more somber, serious tone. Something for the Rest of Us included the single Home, which extended the band's record to 14 top 10 hits at the Hot AC radio format. I believe that's adult contemporary. This is more than any other artist in the history of adult contemporary music.
Long gone are the days of opening for Motorhead.
Yeah, indeed. The band performed a live mini concert at the Apple Store in Manhattan. Wow! In December 2010. I think that's probably the infamous Cube store that is now long gone. And you know what? I wasn't a fan of, Jim. I don't want to go down a goddamn spindly little staircase that is jam-packed with people going up and down to get into the store. It was weird.
Not for you.
Bring back FAO Schwartz is what I say. That's I digress. All right, Magnetic and Malinen's departure. This is 2010 to 2015. The album Magnetic was released in 2013 and debuted at number 8 on the Billboard 200 chart. Okay, all right. Still higher than I would expect for 2013. On July 19th of 2013, the band released the second single off of Magnetic, Come to Me. December 2013, Mike Malinin announced his departure from the band. In November 2014, Malinin sued the band for wrongful termination, claiming that he was fired after requesting paternity leave. Oh, that's fucked up.
Here's my question, right? And this sincere one is, can you, are you working for, the band? If you know what I mean? Because, you could sue. I understand if you work at, JP Morgan, you can sue, right? But, we join a band, can you sue me for wrongful termination?
I mean...
Well, I think I answered my own question. If you signed a contract with a record label and you're due, X amount of albums or whatever, then technically you are an employee of whatever. So I think I answered my own question.
I mean, but I'm also curious, you could conceivably form an LLC or something just to shit can happen and that can protect your, the album doesn't get delivered, then you're not personally on the hook. I wonder. But let the man take paternity leave.
Yeah, let
For
him be with
fuck's
his
sake.
kid.
Jesus. The Goo Goo Dolls contributed to the soundtrack of the Broadway musical Finding Neverland in 2015. The soundtrack was released later that summer and contained the song If the World Turned Upside Down. We've got some box sets to talk about, Jim.
Sure.
Let's get into
it. And
the
more, I guess, later portion of the career.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
The band spent the majority of 2015 in the studio writing and recording their 11th studio album, Boxes, at Bear Creek Studio in Woodinville, Washington. The album was released May 6, 2016. The Goo Goo Dolls celebrated their 20th anniversary of the release of A Boy Named Goo by releasing a special edition of the album November 27th, 2015. Goo Goo Dolls released an exclusive vinyl box set for Record Store Day on April 22nd, 2017, entitled Pickpockets, Petty Thieves, and Tiny Victories from 87 to 95. On May 12th, 2017, the Goo Goo Dolls released a 5-song EP entitled You Should Be Happy. Well, I'll do my best. In support of the EP, the band toured throughout the summer of 2017 on the Long Way Home tour with Philip Phillips. With 2018 marking the 20th anniversary of Dizzy Up the Girl, the band embarked on a commemorative tour where they performed their album in its entirety. Also in 2018, the band released 2 live albums. The Audience is the Way in June, and The Audience is This Way in June, rather, and The Audience is That Way in November. Clever. At the beginning of 2019, the Goo Goo Dolls announced they would be working on their 12th studio album on Record Store Day. A vinyl box limited to 1,000 copies under the name Topography was released. August 24th, 2020, the band announced a Christmas album. It's Christmas All Over, which was released on October 30th. Later that year, Resnick sat down with Atwood Magazine to discuss the band's 35th anniversary. My God, they have been doing this. In May 2021, the band announced that Rarities, a double compilation featuring songs spanning 95 to 2007, would be released on June 25th, 2021. And that brings us to present. In a June 2021 interview, singer John Resnick revealed that the band was working on their 14th studio album, which would be released sometime in 2022. When asked about how the album differs from the band's previous work, that's my question, Resnick claimed that the band had decided to approach both writing and recording in an alternative way. Specifically, the band used earlier forms of production, which they utilized prior to the digital era in the music industry. In a November 2021 Spin interview, Resnick stated that he produced most of the album himself. He added that the album would sound more experimental than the band's past releases, hinting that he did not believe it would receive much radio airplay. It was later confirmed that the album was entirely produced by Resnick. On June 27th, 2022, the band announced that the title of their new album, Chaos and Bloom, as well as the first single off of it, Yeah, I Like You, the latter premiered July 1st, 2022. In February 2023, the Goo Goo Dolls announced their North American tour. In December 2025, the band announced a tour to celebrate their 40th year anniversary of their formation.
Wow.
They're not stopping. They're like the Rolling Stones of our generation.
Sure. Well, I've got some articles to further illuminate their illustrious career. Shall we, Jim?
Let's embark.
All right. And again, I try to focus on their connection with Buffalo. These first 2 are from their earlier days, which I thought was kind of interesting. Again, this is like mostly college newspapers that I had found these articles from, and then I've got one more contemporary offering as well. So let's dive in here first. if I can find the article. Okay, here we go. This is from The Griffin, which is, I'm probably going to mispronounce it, the student newspaper from Canisius University? Canisius. God damn it. Canisius University. And this is from February 10th, 1989. So from their more thrash punk days. Let's get into it. This is by Catherine Molnar. Goo Goo Dolls, Let Music Do the Talking. What would you think of a band that refused to discuss its music and pending future in the world of rock and roll and instead discussed their friendship and philosophies on life? A refreshing change of pace from the typical rock star attitude. Just who are these offbeat musicians? They are Buffalo's own Goo Goo Dolls. Just who and what are these Goo Goo Dolls? Good question. Ones for which I had a difficult time getting answers. Formed on a sidewalk in the spring of '86, this trio of mutual friends came together as a complete experiment. With all three members having previous band experience, they decided that they would attempt to combine all of their talents and backgrounds together to create their own vehicle of expression. Well, 2.5 years later, the Goo Goo Dolls have seen the release of their self-titled album, have embarked on a 2-month-long North American tour, and are waiting for their follow-up album, Jed, to be released later this month on Metal Blade Records, distributed by Capitol Records. Yet, the Goo Goo Dolls, who wish to be quoted as such, credit their success to patience and pure luck, which came in the form of the band's manager, Artie Kwitchkoff, who works as the liaison between the band and the music business. With the band's talent and their manager's foresight, the Goo Goo Dolls are on their way to become one of the freshest and brightest bands to arrive on the national music scene. The music can be described as aggressive rock, and they insist they are, quote, they, quote, are not heavy metal or thrash. Their high energy, off-the-wall performances have become their landmark, with irate club owners often throwing them off stage. That's a hilarious origin for this band. Yet don't get the idea that this has gone to their heads. In fact, all three wanted to talk about life, philosophy, politics, sports, and also why I was writing this article. However, they finally agreed to discuss certain aspects of themselves and their music. All three stress that they feel very lucky to have the opportunity to do something they purely love, and feel even luckier to actually get paid for it. When the topic of schooling arose, the Goo Goo Dolls declared that in many ways, quote, we're just like a marine biologist who earns his doctorate and is able to buy the submarine that he's always wanted. We too are earning our doctorate in life through our music. That is quite the metaphor.
That's a wild leap, man.
Yeah. Very relatable, I guess.
Sure.
Unfortunately, what they eventually want to buy is unmentionable from this article. The Goo Goo Dolls all stress that they don't want to be viewed as rockers, but as people who live day by day with some, quote, form of values and principles. They claim that their music in many ways represents what they are all about. Songs like Living in a Hut and No Way Out give a glimpse into the life of a Goo Goo Doll. Their credo, money for beer, not for rent.
All right.
You know what? I think they ended up with enough for both.
I was going to say, I would argue money for a house.
Ssure.
You could buy a house, buddy.
I think they could buy a brewery if they wanted. And you know.
They could buy Buffalo.
Yeah. When asked about their songs, they replied that each song together works into one piece of work in the form of an album. That's a lame answer. Their first album, they claim, was a mysterious, unknowing, and strange experience, and added that their friendship, being too new, made it difficult to become soothed with each other's company. However, they promised that Jed will be more powerful and intimate, but see their future projects as increasingly better. So, if in the future you're reading Spin Magazine and you see an article on these guys, don't expect them to be answering any of the same questions. They'll still be dodging all the questions and laughing the whole time.
Oh, man.
There you go.
What a bunch of jokesters.
Indeed. Well, let's pivot to our next article from a few years later. This is coming from the SUNY Erie Community College Student Voice, May 1993, article by Joe Ball. Superstar Car Wash, Goo Goo Dolls, still waiting for real, quote, breakthrough album. Here we go. The Goo Goo Dolls, the favorite band of Buffalo homeboys and homegirls, recently released their new recording.
Is it?
Yeah.
Can we really reel in the definition of homeboys and homegirls? I'd love to, just for my own personal edification.
Sure.
What that might mean.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know.
Help me out.
Sure. Well, we'll reach out to Joe Ball for follow-up. Superstar Car Wash on Warner Bros. Metal Blade Records. It features 14 new songs, including a Paul Westerberg composition entitled We Are the Normal. I'm not going to spend time analyzing individual songs. It would be a waste of my time.
Wow.
What the fuck? The cuts on the CD are so similar sounding to each other that I can almost say that if you've heard one cut, you've heard them all.
Damn.
Yeah.
Joe Ball is playing hardball.
Yeah, there you go. Secondly, the recording is not what I would call handicap accessible. The CD does not have the words to the tunes written out. Okay, lyrics aren't no lyric sheet. This is not a big help to those of us who may be hard of hearing. Okay, yeah. It's like shipping a DVD without subtitles, you know? I find it irritating that other credits on the album are rather incomplete. Mary Ramsey, Patrick Magnarella, and Bob Cavallo are listed as, quote, additional musicians, but the poor listener is left to guess as to just what instruments these folks play and in what songs they are featured. I like the Goo Goo Dolls and would like to see them make it as a big-time pop rock band. I heard that Superstar Car Wash is being touted as the Goo's breakthrough album. Well, I wish the band lots of luck, but if this album wins them a lot of new fans, it will say more about the current state of rock music than it says about the Goo Goo Dolls. Interesting. I think this is still pre-pivot, but sounds like they're shaking things up a little bit at this point. Pre-pivot to adult contemporary, that is.
Right.
While listening to repeated playings of the disc, I thought I could hear a little Replacements, a little Kinks, a little of a lot of other bands' sounds. In 1984, another Buffalo band, The Restless, released an eponymous album, which I'd swear the Goos have memorized. I thought I heard Joe Bompik's guitar or his riffs all over this album. Man, we should look up The Restless, maybe. The fine print on the disc gives credit to Gavin McAlop for production, recording, and mixing Superstar Car Wash. This guy was forced on the band by the record company, and Mr. McAlop seems to have forgotten that the band he worked with is the Goo Goo Dolls. The producer seems to have tried his best to make the Goos sound like just another power pop trio, rather than the unique and original band we came to love on Jed and their other recordings. Sorry. The liner notes have some lovely photos of Buffalo landmarks like Stransky's and the House O'Quinn. So there you have it. If you like the Goo Goo Dolls, buy this recording so the band will sell a lot of copies and can then record the real breakthrough album the band deserves. So there you go. There you go.
What a ride we just went on.
Yeah. I can't stress enough, to our listeners, if you have a couple minutes, just go poke around in Jed and their earlier albums. You will be surprised by what they sound like. And they it's fine. Like, a lot of the bands this journalist mentioned in particular, like the Replacements, like that's who I'm going to go to like listen to this kind of music. But it's at least interesting to hear where they were at and kind of where they came from back in the day. And there is, again, it seems like a pretty big thrash scene in Buffalo. It might be another band we'll talk about later on in the future. It came from that very scene.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got one more article here, Jim.
Lay it on me.
This one's hot off the press as of recording. This is from July 20th of this year. So let's get into it. This comes from NewYorkAlmanac.com. 40 years of the Goo Goo Dolls exhibit opening in Buffalo. Here it is. A new exhibit, Long Way Home, 40 years of the Goo Goo Dolls, will open September 16th, 2026. So when this episode comes out, which should be like end of August, this is right on the horizon, man. This will be opening in a couple weeks. And this will be at the Buffalo History Museum. The exhibition traces the band's 40-year trajectory following John Resnick and Robbie T. from their underground early Cub gigs in Buffalo to selling out massive arenas worldwide. The title draws its name from the closing track of the band's 2016 studio album, Boxes. John Resnick grew up on East Lovejoy Street in East Buffalo, just 8 houses away from the intersection of Clark and Kent Streets. The band's music publishing company was later named corner of Clark and Kent. Ticketmaster Chameleon West Studios at 564 Franklin Street in the Allentown. Sorry, I said Ticketmaster. It's Trackmaster. Trackmaster Chameleon West Studios in the Allentown neighborhood was the recording place for pieces of every album up through A Boy Named Goo. The acoustic track 2 Days in February was recorded on the sidewalk outside the front door, and Buffalo traffic can be heard in the background. It's very cool that they were recorded up there. The now closed punk hub Continental Club at 212 Franklin Street is where the band got their start in '85, originally performing under the name Sex Maggots.
My goodness.
Milky's, the Elmwood Lounge at 522 Elmwood Avenue, served as another home for the band, where they collaborated with Buffalo lounge singer Lance Diamond, who provided vocals on several early tracks, including Never Take the Place of Your Man. Resnick and Takak, alongside their earliest producers, have been collaborating with museum staff to design the experience, which will span 8 galleries. The exhibit will include dozens of rare archival photographs captured by the local photographers who documented their formative years. Oh, that's cool. Love that it's focusing on, work by local photographers. Visitors will also be able to physically interact with functional cassette decks and legacy CD players. Sign me up, Jim.
You want in? I'm
on board. The exhibition will premiere just days after the conclusion of the Goo Goo Dolls 2026 summer tour, which wraps up on September 6th. To promote the exhibit, the museum has also shared a promotional video. There you go. Pretty cool. Guys, if you're in Buffalo this fall, go check out the Goo Goo Dolls exhibit. And play with some legacy CD players. I've never felt older than to have CD players be referred to as legacy technology. Oh boy. Well, Jim, that is going to do it for our Goo Goo Dolls episode. How do you feel?
I mean, I feel good. I feel all right.
Are you going to throw on some Goo Goo Dolls?
Probably not. Probably not. I'm going to be honest with you.
Sure.
But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't. Right?
I already did. I'm good. I'm good.
Like if that is what gets you going, then you should. But yeah. I know what I fuck with.
Indeed. Well, let us know if you fuck with our podcast by subscribing, rating, and reviewing it. Again, give us 5 stars, write us a positive review, and you can toss in a suggestion for a band that you like. If you don't like the Goo Goo Dolls, give us a band from upstate New York that you do like, and we'll talk about them on a future episode. I think this is the first time we've talked about a band in a little bit, so it's fun to return to this kind of topic, and I would love to do it in the future. Guys, give us some more recommendations, please. Let's see. What else do we got to do? We got to toss out that you should grab a t-shirt available at understandingupstate.printful.me. Send us an email if you would like at understandingupstate@gmail.com. You can reach out. You can also throw a topic out that way as well, but the reviews and the ratings really help, so please do it there. Jim.
Yes.
Do you have anything that you're goo goo gaga over these days that you would like to
gosh.
recommend?
I mean, that's strong, but I'll tell you what I do fuck with.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so check this out, man. You're hanging out on Elmwood, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, you're raging, you're having a party, you're having a blast. I've partied on Elmwood plenty times in my life. And you see a band, they're thrashing, you feel good about it, but you want more, right? You feel like you need more. Well, I can provide that for you. All right, I can provide that with an album called Upstate Understandings. It is a incredible comedy album, front to back. It's just jokes on jokes. I mean, it is heralded as one of the classics of our time. I don't know. They said it, I didn't. So go buy it. Jimsearch.bandcamp.com is a good place to get it. Someone sent me some spam email about Upstate Understandings, and I just sent them a link and told them to buy it. They didn't, but you can. So do it. I gave you the jokes. Rob gave you the edits. Adam gave the album cover, and Matt gave you the video. Also, hit up jimsearchcomedy.com. If you are in the Binghamton area, this is right around the corner, man. Porch Fest is right around the corner. You need to pull up for it because I'm doing 30 minutes of stand-up comedy on a porch. What in the world is going to happen? We are going to find out. It's going to be a fun time. Binghamton, New York. Pull all the way up for it. I'm going to have copies of the album for sale. So go ahead and pick that up while you are there. And of course, go support our podcast. You know, hit us up, send us some fan mail. We'd love to hear from all y'all Speedy Freaks and Rattlesnake Pete's. That is all I got. Rob, talk to the people. What do they need to hear?
Let's just say you tried to take parental leave and the band said, fuck you, you're out. You got a lot of time on your hands because you have a kid and also you don't have a job. You're going to put on my album, New York Sticky, available at brooklynfrequency.bandcamp.com, and it's going to allow you to, think about the next stages in life. Maybe get some paperwork together to file a lawsuit against the band and for wrongful termination, and you can move on with your life. Go grab that. Just go get that album. Again, brooklynfrequency.bandcamp.com. Link in the description for that and everything else we mentioned. Jim!
Yes.
It's going to be another 2 weeks before our next episode. We're off next week. Again, it being August, and that's what we're doing this month. But can you give a hint for the listeners to mull over for the next 14 days?
Man, we got some more Walmart music, man. Just keep staying with that Walmart theme, baby.
There you go. It's true. Well, are you ready for a little up pun to close us out here, Jim?
I think so.
Well, Jim, I'm going to go throw on the seminal hit from the Goo Goo Dolls album Jed titled Up Yours. So I got to get on out of here.
Nice.
Not really a pun, but it
got it.
Yeah.
Understanding Upstate is a podcast hosted by Jim Search and Rob Adler, edited by Rob Adler, and music from Regal Monk.